The information provided on lifeinterruptedradio.com is for educational purposes only.
Sharon, let's talk about just the higher scope of some of the toxic chemicals. Not that we have to name names, but there are a lot of things out there that we really shouldn't be bringing into our home, right?
Oh, absolutely. And actually, there's a great app out there. It's free, and it's called Think Dirty, Shop Clean. You can literally Google Think Dirty, Shop Clean. It's this great app. I have it on my phone, and it allows you, there's over 500,000 products in their system that you can check to see what is the toxicity. And you can even click on the product, and it tells you why it's toxic. Like if it is carcinogenic, or if it's got allergens in it, and it tells you what about it, why they're ranking it the way they rank it. And so that's kind of a great place to start. If you don't know where to start, and here's the funny part. So like one Sunday morning, I had the app for a while. And one Sunday morning, I decided, okay, well, I'm going to start going through my linen closet. And my husband, it was like, I don't know, 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday. And I'm just like going through and checking all the stuff in my closet. And my husband gets up a couple hours later, and he says, there's this huge bag of stuff and, all these cleaners and soaps and whatever. And he said, what's all this stuff? And I said, this is all the stuff we're replacing. And he's like, well, are we just like throwing this money away? And I'm like, so do you want to put toxics on your skin?
Yeah.
And that was kind of, that was the next kind of step in the process. But it was
you
shocking.
Shocked when you went through your closet? Were you shocked at how much stuff was like, oh my gosh, I didn't have any clue. I've been using this my whole life, or gosh, mom introduced me to this. Or... Yeah,
and simple stuff that you wouldn't think, like dish soap and laundry soap and cleanser and toilet bowl cleaner and all the stuff that we use every day that is kind of scary, and it's surprising because like you're breathing in those fumes when you use them.
Yeah. Well, the one that surprised me, and I'm not going to name names, although it's a scouring cleanser. I was surprised at that. I could think of my mother, my grandmother, everybody used that cleanser, and I was like, oh my gosh, so shocking. For whatever reason, in my mind, as I was using that app, I was going through and going, gosh, I guess because I was raised on this, I thought it was fine.
Right. And that's kind of the scary part, is that we have, as a society, we've kind of become used to going to the grocery store, grabbing something off the shelf because we've used it 100 times before. And that was the big wake-up call for me, was that after I was diagnosed with the pulmonary embolisms, they think that they were caused by birth control pills, and that I was on birth control for 30 years. I decided not to have children, and I didn't want to get pregnant, so I stayed on birth control. And so they think that because of the hormonal changes that my body was going through, that it caused blood clots to form in my lungs.
Wow.
And so they immediately took me off the birth control, which also sent my body into some crazy mood swings, because after not having this estrogen as a baseline for so many years, that kind of went a little wacky as well.
Yeah. Instant crazy.
Yes. My husband is a saint.
Yes, he is. I'll attest to that. That's why I said I think there's a couple male Bettys in there too.
The information provided on lifeinterruptedradio.com is for educational purposes only. What you hear, read, and see on Life Interrupted Radio is based on experience only. The information presented here should never be used for any legal, diagnostic, or treatment purposes. Always seek sound legal, medical, and or professional advice regarding any problems, conditions, and any of the recommendations you see, hear, or read here on Life Interrupted Radio. You've been listening to Life Interrupted Radio. To learn more, listen to other shows, and gain free resources that can help empower your life, be sure to stop by lifeinterruptedradio.com.